Return a doll artists, and I show you how to make dolls. First of all, while we're gathering, say hello in comments and write where are you from, how long you have looked my videos. It's helped me to make my channel better. And I continue to show you the process of doll making. Let's look what we have already. We have such kind of pieces. Let's look. Last time we sculpted body part. We have sculpted head and the lower part of the body. My usual doll looks like this. I will show you. This is my doll from my silicone molds. And usually I divide doll in two parts, upper part of the torso and the lower part of the body. But now I decided to add one more part. So this is experiment, and let's do it. I use a scheme of my cat. So this is one part, the next part, and the head. So we need the central part. In the cat, the central part is a ball, but here we need longer part, so I add central part, make this part shorter, add all relief, all everything, all bones on the lower part of the body, sculpt this, and after that add this part. And then for these parts we need balls. If you think that the hardest part of sculpture is anatomy, no, the hardest part to make perfect ball. And for this we use some magic tool. You are not the doll artist if you have not this tool. Very comfortable and convenient tool which allow us to make half of the balls, or such kind of ruler with holes like this also helps us in this. With this I show you very briefly how to make perfect doll. So we make first halves, after that connect them in the balls like this. We make half of the sphere, and after that connect it with a fresh clay. For beginners I advise to bake halves. I remind you that we use so-called half baking. So we bake our clay, we work with polymer clay. We bake our clay in the lower temperature than its technical size, or 110 degrees Celsius. In this stage we can cut this clay, we can add fresh clay, and we do it several times, as much as possible. So we bake halves, and with fresh clay connect these parts. This is how we make balls. To make perfect ball, we use usual film like this. We work with polymer clay. And I remind you that all pieces of our doll is empty inside, whole inside, because we need to have string inside it. So also remind you that when we work with polymer clay, never work with it straight from package. Try to knead it. It have to be stretchable, elastic. If it is hard to knead it, add several drops of special solvent for polymer clay. So, and also we use such kind of tool with ball and press the thickness of our pieces. 4 millimeters. 4 millimeters is for big dolls, for large dolls. For our small doll, 3 millimeters is enough. If you have excess, you cut it like this. And here there is some small trick with this tool. The perfect half of the sphere is this part. Inner part a little longer than the sphere. So when we remove our half, like this, we have perfect half of the sphere. And if we decide to connect them straight from the inner part, this size will be more than this size. Check it very carefully. If it is necessary, sand or cut it with a knife, so measure very carefully. This is why the perfect ball is a really hard task. So we measure this part, this size, and this size, it have to be equal. This is the base of our doll. Our doll is called ball jointed doll. So I prepare balls before our live, because it's we need time. I just want to show you how to make dolls. So I connect halves when they are fresh. But for beginners, I advise you to bake it because it is rather hard. And don't forget to put solvent if you want to connect them. So this is one way how to make perfect ball. If you happen that you have not this tool, we can also make good ball with such way. Sorry. We use foil, right? Try to buy thin foil. So we make something about ball. After that, cover it with clay. Like this. And the size of the balls, check, follow the scheme, looking at the scheme. It's very important to look in the scheme and to use scheme, because we work with separate pieces. It is easier to have mistake with proportions. So if it's happen, use scheme and follow it and check every time, check what you sculpt looking on the scheme. So we have not ball, but something look like ball. After that, we use some stick. It is good to use a wooden stick. Make such kind of lollipop. And after that, we use such kind of ruler. This way is very easy to make with air dry clay. But possible with polymer clay, but with very easy movement. Don't press a lot. Polymer clay, like when you touch it, very gentle. It's very sensitive, because when you move volumes, it's easy to destroy everything. So let's remove. Find the necessary size and try to scratch very carefully in all directions, right? Maybe smaller size also. Try to find the hole smaller size than your ball. Even this. And rotate it inside in all directions. If the clay is very soft and melt, put it in the frozen, cool it, but don't froze it totally, just cool. Cool it, it will be easier to work with it. To work with polymer clay, every time to work with different temperature. We experiment with temperature, we bake it, we heat it when we want to cut some volumes, we cool it in frozen. Because when it is cold, it is rather hot, but not totally baked, totally hot, like baking clay. If you don't want to and want to continue to work with fresh clay, sometimes it is very comfortable to cool it. And also, when you work with polymer clay, it is easy to put it in the head on some stick, with head, with pieces. So we perfect the size. So this is the size of our, and check it on how it's look like. So if you have halves, if you have not halves, you can use such way of making balls. So this is how to make perfect ball. Very fast. But I prepare for you some details. And first of all, let's look. We sculpted some base like this and this. We need to remove foil and remove this, and I want to replace foil balls with clay balls. I plan to make double joints in hips. I show you like this. Double joints look like this. What is different between double joints and single joints? Double joints allow our doll to bend the leg maximum. If you have single joints, your leg could be bent like this, only 90 degrees. If you want more movement, double joints allow us to have such kind of movement. So why we have double joints? And we remember that all joints are continuations of sculpture. So we measure our doll and measure our proportions with joints. And look at lines, because our mind see the whole silhouette. So this line of our doll, think about it. This is why it is important to check everything with a scheme, because this is one line. This is the size of our balls, of our. So we need two whole balls connecting with each other. How we will do it? First of all, we make balls. After that, we cut the holes. This is something about 1/4 of the quarter part of the whole size of the ball. It depends of this size. If you want narrow part, you cut less. If you want this size rather wide, you cut more. And after that, we will connect these balls hole with hole, like this, with fresh clay, and make such kind of eight. With this way, we will make all double joints. Hip joints have rather interesting and complicated slits, but I will tell you about it later. One slits look in diagonal direction, but later. First of all, we need a good 8, like this, and it's important to have empty inside. This is about our holes, but but first I want to insert ball without connection. I will connect it later, but I want to have good size and all relief with this, using our ball inside. So first I need to sculpt this part of the body. So let's remove our foil. Look what we have. In my video course, I sculpt the whole body, and after that insert balls. Also a possible option. What is good in ball jointed doll? You can replace everything and work in different ways. You can experiment. But now I have place for this. It is good if we remove the foil inside. How we will do it, I will show you. The small pieces, it is easier to work, to remove foil, but don't pull the large piece of the foil, because our clay is rather fragile in this semi-baked state. So we destroy it with some needle, and after that remove foil. I use different tools for this, but our doll is small, and so it is not hard to remove the foil. Oh, it's nice. Ray. I like the process. What is good with this way, we use short small pieces, so it is rather easy to remove all foil. And this is why I ask you, don't press the foil too hard, because it is rather hard to remove if it is pressed a lot. So it is empty inside. Very often it is, especially with all beginners, if your pieces could be very thin, and you will see the thinnest part, the light and the thin parts. So if it's happened with you, no problem, you add fresh clay inside, and to fix everything before we will make all joint receiver, and it is easier to put the clay inside. So we have this place, and then we need to cut these pieces, because we have string which which go through the whole body. So here inside the body, we cut these holes. Some artists make very small holes. Usually I cut rather big holes, because I like good movement for string. So let's cut it. Nice. One hole and another hole. And now some trick. We need to put the balls like this. Let's I think the holes will be we need to understand which is front, which is back part. Now it's not a big difference, but I think What is important with our ball, I will show you on the picture. Our spine have the shape of the dollar, like this. It's not straight. So when we put our pieces here, this is some challenge. When we sculpt the whole part of the body, it is easier to follow the shape of the dollar. But with separate pieces, it is easy to rotate it a little and to lose this shape. So we need to check it carefully and follow the scheme. So it have to be like this and like this. So it is, we need to have this line. We need to remember it. And I want to cut the holes a little more, the size, to insert balls. Our balls is rather close to each other inside the body. This piece is very thin. It is a very fragile part of the dough, and very often it can break. But everything is fixable in this life. Okay. First, we will sculpt the front part of this part of the body to understand the relief and bones. And after that, I will decide the shape of the butt, because my usual body looks like this. I sculpt everything, but I want maybe to add one more to add in hip joints. The butt continue on the joints. I like how it's look like, but I will look. I don't know yet. So this part is rather easy. Maybe I will repeat these joints. With small doll, it's work perfect. I like it. But first of all, I want front part, and after that I will decide, because this is improvisation. And what is very often mistake with all beginners? This part, if you look on the front part and insert our joints inside, it's look like the arch which cover the top of the ball, the center of the ball. Ball is rather visible, and all beginners first start this line not like arch but like triangle, like this, and this is why the joints inserted rather hard. So first of all it's straight, after that it's like arch. Follow the shape of the ball. So I don't know. Let it be here. But this is the center. Let's check, because it's not good symmetry here. Symmetry is our everything. So here I want to cut the arch. Insert the ball, and after that I want to continue to sculpt with the ball inside. Mhm. When we bake our clay in 110 degrees, it could be cut very easy. If you bake in a lower temperature, for example 100, it also could be cut, but it starts like sand and very fragile. If it's not comfortable to cut in, if it is easy to break, maybe it's not enough temperature or time. Also often mistake, because I remind you that we count time from when the temperature increase necessary volume 110. So we put our pieces in the cold oven, wait when it is when the temperature start 110, and only just with this moment start count the time 20 minutes, 15 minutes if our pieces are small. If suddenly your temperature is too high, you can switch off the oven and open the door of the oven to cool it a little. I have rather big group of burning dolls, because this unit experience to bake dolls and to work with polymer clay, everything is happen, but everything is fixable. And all materials have challenges and difficulties. So we insert balls. I like it. Perfect. So this is how it's look like. And I also want to cut a little more the hole on the neck. When we cut the hole of the neck, remember that the center of this hole have to be between the ears. Don't make this size very large. Let's cut it because we need to put it on the neck to understand proportions. I use our usual craft knife, but sometimes it is very good to use special carving knives for wood. Very convenient. Nice. I like it. Okay. So let's sculpt the shape of this part. It is little narrow than necessary. I want to enlarge the bones and enlarge these parts. And look, our legs start not from a place where the balls are inserted, but from these parts. This is the start of our, here we have bones, and here start a little extension for the leg. So this is the start of our leg. But first, I want to add bones and relief. First of all, posture. I remind you that this is the one line. Let's show it, and it's cover the ball on the center of the ball. This is when our front part of the body will end it like this. Don't think about back part, because as usual it is better to sculpt everything from front part, bake everything, and after that continue the sculpture of the butt part, and because it is very easy to destroy everything what you have already sculpted. So first we build this size with the ball, and the center of the ball is the end of this edge. From one side, this is also polymer clay absorbs everything inside. So if you use pencil, if you use foil, try to clean your hands as rather often, because your clay will be in hard dark marks. So, and from the other side the same, I build the sides. And what it is important, before I start sculpt belly, bones, it will be flat part here. Don't round it, because our body have rather square shape. It's we have flat part here, we have flat part here. So before we add all relief, first we find the main shape, check everything, and only after this we start sculpt all details, like bones, like relief, like belly, because without main shape you can easily sculpt everything not in the right place. So we find maybe let it joint receiver. Usually I do it in the end, but they're on the different level, so I want to insert balls like this. And from the other side the same. First I need to show the good arch. And from the other side. Mhm. Insert it. Check how it stands on the like this. And now we can sculpt bones and belly. Some challenge that we have separate piece, and our belly button here, it's higher, and I think it will be on the level on the central part. Here I want to sculpt hip bones. Maybe it's time to use tool. Those small. And also check the level of everything. I want to add here. Okay. And now we find these points. This is the very edge of the very if we draw line here and line here, they met in this point with this and this. So this is one, and where they will be. And we will add one piece and another piece. And now smooth everything in several directions. One direction and like here, like a star. The other direction here. And here the challenge that this is a small piece, it's separate from the other body. So, and now what I tell you earlier, that this is bones and this is the start of the leg. It's have some angle here which cover the both, so we need to add this part. Yeah. So this is not straight line, but like arch, like some extension. And here from these parts it start flat part like this. And everything end on the center of the ball. Here will be the butt part. I have super detailed video course where I explain this and show everything in details. And I also want to invite you in all kinds of my lessons. I start new group in Zoom, join it. We will start a doll and with all details. Now I have very good offer with my video course. Message me everywhere, all links in bio. And I also invite you in my free Zoom lesson tomorrow. Every Saturday I am gathering free Zoom sessions where I build some doll lovers community, show something about dolls. People from different countries join these meetings, so welcome. If you want link, message me, and all links in bio you can find and join. So this is bones, hip bones. Not easy thing because this is a small separate part. Maybe it's but we did it. For me it's absolutely unclear where the belly button will be. We will look. This is experiment for me. For my previous doll, to be honest, I don't like this joint because it is not good when the doll is dressed. But we will look. Why not? Try to move the ball inside because it can stick to. So we sculpt bones. Now we need belly. Here will be maybe higher. And look, the belly shape have the shape like smile. Here it's visible part, rather soft because we sculpt girl. And we will sculpt this belly smile like this. Soft, nice. So we show belly part. Smooth everything. Really not easy thing because usually I make it around belly button, but yeah, maybe it will be on the other part of the. I don't know yet. But it is interesting. We will look how it will be. This is like this. And what else we have to do? We need this bone. It's rather vertical. Final details we will sculpt later. Now we need shape. We need shape and the main volumes. Okay. And now from this part we have straight part. Look, the small part, because this is flat part, and after that start the butt. But first, when this is our arch ended, and then it's straight, and after that start the piece which is where. But so I want to add some straight part. Like this small part. So it's first we have corner, after that some small straight part, and after that I will add butt, but but I don't know yet. Maybe I will add the butt on the ball. This is my experiment, but first I have to bake everything, because it is rather hard to sculpt. I just add this, the side of the body, like this flat part, and here also little challenge. The straight part. So the flat side of the body. So it ended with the bone. After that start the leg, and here also bone and the leg, and the little shape of them. So we have this part. And now we need to prepare our central part. Central part, first of all, I thought that it could be ball, but the ball is rather small, so it have to be longer part. And I prepare such kinds of halves. I just print the halves of the ball and press it a little, because our body is not round, but have a little oval shape, so it have to be inserted here and here from this part and this part. And I want to add central part here. If it is necessary, I will add I will cut later the sides if it is too much. Maybe no, it has some extension, I don't like it. So we prepare some shape of the central part, and after that we will look how it's turned into part of the body. So it have to be inserted here. When it will be baked, I cut the good place to insert this part. Now I want to add foil part inside. I think not very big. And let's look the size of this. This is top part. This is this part. This is how the size of the central part. So it's this and this, like this. Again, we make some kind of sandwich. It is a piece like this. So I will add the central part and close everything, and turn it into central of the body. For good connection of layers, I use solvent. Don't forget about it. If your clay is rather fresh, it's not big problem if you don't use solvent, but it is better. So let's connect it. And in this piece, I think it's important to have some bend and some shape. The back have movement. So let's show it. If it will be necessary, I cut it. It will be like this. And this part will be inserted here. When we will remove all foil, it will be deeper, and here. And when it will be baked, I show all relief here. But I think it's better to bake it to continue sculpt relief. So we sculpt this and this. And rather fast, I want to show you the base for legs and arms, because I will prepare it for our next issue to show how it's sculpted. So this is the base of our body. We will bake, and we'll continue to work with relief and anatomy. So we prepare the front part. We made a central part. I need to remove all foil inside to cut holes better, to insert. Also, I made shoulder balls. I will insert it here, but I need to remove foil. And very fast, I show how I make base for our legs. First, we need to understand sizes. This is our body size, and I need to measure the size of the leg. I need sculpt some base, and after bake it and work with this base. For the base, I try to use brush of necessary size. I will find it like this, because our leg have to be empty inside. So we need some kind of tube, and our leg have carrot shape. It's like conus. So I find necessary size of the brush. If you have not necessary brush, you can use every stick, add foil, no problem. You can wrap it with foil, but my brush is rather soft, so I will work without foil. So I cover the brush with clay on necessary length. Don't roll it on the table because it is air between brush and clay, and it is easy to it is hard to shape it. Press it like this, and try to do it with equal size, equal thickness. If you're afraid that your clay stick to your brush, you can use film or foil, no problem, or move it inside during the process. Try to smooth it. So we prepare some kind of base for our legs. So we put it over from our brush. Don't press a lot. And now, look, the size of this part could be rather, could be very very too large, too fat. So if it happens, if your this size is bigger than necessary, you can use smaller size of the brush, insert it and press it. So the main task, the main goal, to leave the hole inside, but make thinner these parts. So prepare these kinds of tube like this, one leg and another leg, bake it, and we will continue to work with firm parts. And the same thing we prepare for our hands also. So I will prepare for you for the next time for base for legs and arms, and will show you the shape and anatomy of legs and arms. So we need to bake it. This is the results of our day. We continue to work with body. We prepare legs and arms. So thank you for everybody who watched me. I invite you to all kinds of my lessons. Welcome, join me, and join the next continuation of doll sculpting. Thank you for everybody.